What is up, my dudes? I am here with Aaron, aka the Sod Father. We're going to talk about some glizzies, some grass, some sprinklers. We're doing a Superflex best ball draft right now. Aaron, you are 1-1. Have we started this thing yet? Are we ready to go? Are we ready to rock and roll?
We got 15 seconds to
All right,
lift off.
I am 1-3 here. Aaron, you are a man of many many talents, I guess you could say. You are the assistant over there at West Valley Supplies, where you help me with my lawn, all that good stuff.
Yes,
How are we
sir.
feeling about this draft?
Amazing. I'm prepped and ready.
Prepped and ready? Yeah, you are all into it. We got a best ball
Jamar
draft
Chase.
going. You're taking Jace 1-1 and a super flex.
Yep, 1-1. Jamar
You're getting
Chase.
after it. Allen went 1. I'm going to go Lamar Jackson over Jaden Daniels here. So, Aaron, this is 4th of July. We got a little 4th of July special here. How
Yes,
are
sir.
you feeling? You know, do you watch Chestnut every year? Do you watch the hot dog eating contest? I know you're a pretty big hot dog guy.
Oh yeah, I'm all about the glizzies. That's America's pastime, is watching Joey Chestnut on the 4th of July just destroy 70 hot dogs.
Yeah. Have you seen the play here on Underdog on how many he's going to eat? What is it, like 49.5? We got a quarterback run here, Aaron. I don't know how you're feeling about taking Chase. I think you're learning that.
Not good right now.
Yeah. Not good.
Yeah. Not good. I was hoping everyone was going to think the same thing and the quarterbacks were going to run back to me. Did not happen.
No, does not happen like that. These quarterbacks are going to fly. You might be happy if you're starting Bryce Young as your number 1 here at this point, maybe. But
I'm be risking it for that.
JJ McCarthy's my guy. Maybe you know.
Yeah.
So where are you at here? We've lost Lamar Jackson, Daniels, Burrow, Hurts, Saquon Barkley at 1-7. Seems early for me for Barkley, but
that makes me not feel so bad about my wide receiver 1-1.
You shouldn't feel as bad. No. So, Aaron, like what is it? So you're kind of I don't know if Sod Father. I don't know. Maybe that's if you feel like that's too much credit to yourself. You're my grass guy though. So
I will take it. That's a big compliment. I don't think I could turn that down at all.
Okay. So, you know, we did redo this because we had some technical difficulties. I kind of want to, we could talk about your whole lawn system again, how you're anti-turf, not just from football, but also from an aesthetic look as well.
Yes.
You are So
respect the players.
Exactly. You got to have a little bit of skill there. Patrick Mahomes at 110, Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb at 12. So we'll see what quarterbacks you got left coming here, Aaron.
I'm thin, to say the least.
Yeah. So I don't even think Justin Fields is going to get back to you.
I don't think so. I got crucified here. But you know what? You got to risk it for the biscuit. Something's got to happen. You got to play on the edge.
Yeah, you might need to take a couple extra guys here, hope for some injuries. It could happen. Yeah, but the guy at the 12th pick went Lamb and Nakua, so that helps.
He was on my board. Whoever Mr. Dome is.
Yeah.
Was thinking the same way.
Yeah, CMC off the board, Bo Nix. So
that's just only a second running back, right?
Yeah. So Aaron, the perfect setup for your lawn here. I'm a Rainbird guy. Like, just tell me the perfect setup you would say for the optimal lawn. From sprinklers. Do you like those ones, the rotating? Do you like the thing? Talk to me about sprinklers here, Aaron.
So. Rainbird sprinklers, you got rotors, you got spray heads. I'm all about water saving. Hunter makes an MP rotator, looks pretty, aesthetically pleasing, low water output, beautiful. If it was sunny outside, I would show you what a beautiful green lawn looks right now. But big thing is Wi-Fi controller. Hunter, anywhere in the world, you could turn that baby on. Just at the snap of your fingers, it's everything you could dream of and more.
That sounds like something that something I need.
Yes.
Maybe something more I want. I don't know if it's something I need though.
Could be something. If it's a want, it's a need. I think that makes sense, right?
Am I on the clock? You gotta tell me when I'm on the clock here, Aaron.
Are you? Oh, now you're on the clock.
I wanted to take. Oh, I am on the clock now. Okay. Sorry. I'm gonna take. Oh, Henry's gone. I'm gonna go.
Oh, Henry just went. Even Caleb went.
I'm gonna go. Who do I want here? I'm all messed up right here now. Shoot, auto drafted there. Shucks, Jameer Gibbs.
Oh,
I don't hate that. I don't hate that. I wanted Henry. I had him. Oh no, I took Dak.
you good, Dak.
Let's get
Don't
him in the
claim the
dugout.
auto draft. Don't claim the auto draft.
I wanted Henry there, and I got lost here in my computer. All right, who's back
Oh,
here? I
someone took me
need to
here.
follow this a little bit better here.
All right, I'm going.
You take Neighbors and Brian Thomas. Just take the LSU Tigers, man.
I gotta go two quarterbacks, I think, here, don't I?
You do.
I got to. And then oh man, this is I'm gonna have to take a risky here.
Take
It's not
Goff
what I
and
want.
JJ McCarthy. Yeah,
McCarthy.
Aaron, you are a psycho. So I'm talking a little bit here.
That's Kevin O'Connell merchant right there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Neighbors here.
I'm all about the action right now.
Yeah,
We had
yeah.
a little fun to start this, so we got 3 drafts rolling.
Yeah,
So right now there's a whole boat of stars out there. I'm shooting for them.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you can't hate that, but most people don't understand the madness that goes into this. So Underdog doesn't really make it. You can set it up so that you play in your own draft, but how this works is we have to hit enter at the same time. Aaron's phone was acting a little funny. He got into a draft. I didn't get into it. His iPad was acting a little funny. He got into a draft. Aaron is a madman. He is running 3 Superflex drafts right now while he's on the pod with me and talking about sprinklers.
Yep.
I don't care what your wife says about you, Aaron. I don't even know, but you can multitask. Like I'm sure it's like, maybe you get in trouble for that. Maybe you don't.
Right there. That's above and beyond.
Yeah. So you tell her what you did here. This is things that my brain can hardly comprehend, doing this draft, changing screens and watching the draft board. So if you want to check out the whole draft board, head over to YouTube, tffdudes. Give us a like, give us a sub, helps us out. Don't hate on Aaron's hideous orange hat too much, but Neighbors off the board. Justin Fields is gone. Drake May, Justin Herbert, Jordan Love, Trevor Lawrence, almost into the 4th round here, Aaron. So you like that controller? Obviously, that's a good controller.
Yeah.
I don't see how. I don't know how you get something like that, then move houses and not have it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
you have
that's
to
as good as it comes. But you're in the chips where you get an employee discount, I believe, at West Valley Supplies.
Yes, employee discount. Take it for the shop from free.
Exactly. Guys, if you're liking this draft, head over to Underdog Fantasy. Promo code dudes match you up to $1,000. So, Aaron, I know you listen to the pod. I know you listen to a lot of pods. You're also coaching 8-man football. So I didn't realize that 8-man football is actually a smaller field, right?
Yes. Only 40 yards wide, 80 yards long.
Lots of scoring, right?
Yes, a lot of open ground. So being on the offensive side, former quarterback, all about the offense. Fast pace, spread, run and gun, run and shoot. How fast can you score? How many points can you score is kind of the name of the game.
Yeah. So
it was fun to watch.
It sounds like something the NFL would like to get into, honestly, like, more scoring, but I don't think you could make the field even more narrow. But
Goodell, there's been talks. I think I've seen Goodell lurk around some 8-man football. He's
just as like a developmental league or something. Well, that's kind of what arena is, right?
Anything he could score and make money on, and see if he can get 8-man football in China is probably his next bet.
Not a tear. Yeah.
You're on the clock, buddy.
I'm on the clock. Thanks. I'm going to go. I got Dak. I'm going to
go running back, wide receiver.
I'm going to go Garrett Wilson.
Goodell is anything that he can make money on. So if we can make a selling point for good vision, I got to go running back here, but
I'm just punting running back at this point. I wanted Derrick Henry, didn't get him. Going wide receiver, wide receiver.
It's going to auto draft me, hopefully a person that I want. That is not who I wanted.
Stafford. Man, now you got 3 quarterbacks, Aaron. But
That
honestly,
is not who I wanted.
with how you are, you got 3 drafts going. It's a little bit of madness. So your coach, you're coaching quarterbacks. We're in the 5th round. I think you just auto drafted again, Kyron Williams.
That was who I wanted. I think I drafted that one.
Okay. And then I'm on the I don't like being this close to you. You know, it just makes it a little difficult.
It makes it hard back and forth.
Uh-huh.
I need to maximize my screen so I can pay attention better.
I think I'm gonna reach on Tyreek Hill here, Aaron.
Oh, he was in my thought process, right?
I'm gonna reach for him as my 3rd wide receiver. Neighbors, Garrett Wilson, Tyreek Hill could be a little interesting there. Tua off the board. So you're coaching quarterbacks, Aaron. Yes. This is just bombs over Baghdad every single game, or maybe there's another town you want to stay at you can throw out there, but
bombs over Layton.
Exactly. There might be too many listeners there. So you're working with quarterbacks. You're working with anyone else? You call them plays at all? You working with the defense at all? Or you're just a QB coach on an 8-man football team?
And then kind of float back and forth. We got 2 great coaches, head coach. We kind of spit offense back and forth. We got a great defensive coach and Coach Coy. Played 8-man football. So he's got kind of that knowledge about it. But, man, we could kind of just run through some stuff. And I think we got a good niche. We all kind of feed off each other. And we're a perfect blend between everybody. And, man, being with second year in the program, we're gonna make some action this year. It's gonna be a fun year.
The 8-man. I want to go watch one of those games. I just don't know when I'll get to do that.
It's just you break a tackle, gone, touchdown.
Is there any way I could get on the sideline or in the booth, like eye in the sky? It might not be help.
I get you a sideline pass in a heartbeat.
Perfect. Yeah.
What about if we get the dudes to do a live action on the sidelines?
It might not be terrible to go live on X or YouTube and get us in the huddle a little bit, maybe a little halftime speech. I don't know.
We could do the old, I think I see NFL guys now, they got the GoPro in the helmets, throw a little microphone on there.
I think you need to do that on the sidelines. A little bit of
I get canceled. I wouldn't get past the 3rd drive of the game.
Okay. I can edit some of this stuff out if you want, Aaron. I know you probably have players listening to this. Might throw you under the bus. You're a hot dog guy. I know you said you like Joey Chestnut. He is the GOAT. Yep. He is back at the Nathan's, hot dog eating competition. So that is a win for America. I think that means America's officially back. We are officially
back. Give him a little bit of a slide on the vegetarian hot dog. I think that was the issue last year, right?
Yeah. Bad luck.
I understand. He had to go get his bag. He got to get his money. I guess there's not a lot of money in glizzies. I don't know what's wrong with the world.
There should be.
They should probably be paid as much as NFL athletes. I mean, that's just he's pretty much the greatest to ever exist.
Speaking of that, I saw this on X today. How much money do you think the average water boy makes in the NFL?
You're on the clock. I'm gonna guess 6 figures.
Okay. $60,000. 60,000. Yeah, for for the season. Yeah, not terrible. And I don't think playoffs is involved with that. So if you can hustle and work hard and you're struggling to make ends meet, maybe, and you're fast, it might not be a bad deal. Maybe get a Super Bowl ring out of that. I don't, it seems like a weird, awkward job though, man. JMO in the 6, Aaron. I like that.
I like that one. That's the risky play is Travion. I don't know about that one, but they just don't really want to reach on another tight end yet.
I'm going to take Laporta here.
That's good.
I'm reaching a little bit, but
that's good.
I got to get a tight end. Got to get some separation there. I probably should have waited for Mark. I probably should have waited for Mark Andrews or Ferguson to double stack with my QB.
Yeah,
probably if I was smart.
Right?
Man,
that was my thing with JMO. Trying to get him with Goff. My wonderful QB room: Goff, JJ McCarthy, Matthew Stafford.
A lot of heart there. A lot of heart. NFC North there. Yeah.
We're building. We're all about camaraderie. We need a glue guy in that locker room.
Yeah, and a yoga guy. You got it all. You got the old guy, then you got the hot yoga guy. It's kind of perfect there, honestly. So back to glizzies. Perfect glizzy, Aaron. You ketchup guy, mustard guy. What are you thinking when it comes to the perfect glizzy?
I gotta play it by feel. I mean, if if I had to go, a little bit of ketchup, a little bit of mustard, relish. If there's some onions, I'll throw that on there. That's hard to beat. Of course, you're out and about. It's hard to throw some onions on there. That's a tough look. Onions.
I ask for onions at Costco.
Oh yeah, that was I think that was overlooked. The COVID thing to not have onions, real shame.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Well, no, you have to ask for it. You have to ask for it at the counter, and they'll give it to you.
Really, I've been missing out on that.
This is a life hack. I just changed your life.
Yesterday at Costco, no onions.
Well, you live close enough that you probably go more than you'd like to admit.
Yes, I'll keep that close to the chest.
Okay, all right. Yeah. So
it's hard to turn down a hot dog.
Oh no, it's hard to do, and so I don't mind the onions. Yeah, I'm that guy that, like, if I go to the hot dogs there, and I look at the condiments, I'm probably putting mostly everything available on my hot dog.
Yeah,
I'm ketchup.
I mean, it's there.
Relish.
You gotta use it. It's gotta be.
What about mayo?
Waste. Oh, see, I do like mayo, like a little splash of mayo, a little line on there.
Yeah. Wait, did you say tomato or mayo?
Mayo.
Yeah, no, I do the mayo thing. I like having mayo.
I know you're a ketchup guy. Are you a tomato guy?
I do like tomatoes. In my older age, I'm 33, almost a full grown man. I have started to like tomatoes more and got the home garden going. And it's kind of like I have it here. I was picking some before we got on the pod. I'm like, I don't mind the tomatoes. I have to have them with something. I'm not going to just take a bite out of it. I'm not going to be one of those guys that slices it up and eats it with salt. There's those people
on there. Yeah,
there's people who eat tomatoes with salt and watermelon with salt, and I don't get it.
Yeah. The watermelons with salt, I don't get. Now you got a little tahini on there. It's getting a little culture.
I haven't done that.
That's good.
Yeah,
the tahini's good. Gives a little spice on there.
I can't get into that as much as I don't know, but I would say I'm probably not cultured, Aaron. Would you agree with that? Just the little bit you know about me.
I'd say it's like a little flash. I don't know if I'll go too in depth there. I mean, I wouldn't go.
I've never put ketchup on my sushi, but I've thought about it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I've drawn the line there, but I do use it on my tempura shrimp.
That's respectable. It's fried. You can do that.
I think so.
Yeah.
Phil is punching air right now listening to that.
Well, I think Phil just walks down the street punching air, but that's neither here nor there.
Hey, you would too if you were rocking Tivas.
It is July 1st today, so
it is July 1st. You got any 4th of July plans? You lighting anything off? Like what are we doing there in Lemoore? What happens?
I will be in the pool all day. Nice. Oh, you got 5 seconds, by the way. I didn't even notice it was you. In the pool and grilling.
How did I miss that? I was going to take Zay Flowers. I got Tony Pollard. Maybe he comes back to me. Maybe you snipe me, Aaron. We'll see.
Really? Zay, yeah, he wasn't on my list.
So the shop's not open on 4th of July, Aaron? Like, what's up with that?
No, we're red-blooded Americans.
Okay. You don't even do a half day. I got to do a half day where I work.
You got to do a half day?
Well, agriculture is seasonal, right? Apparently, even though it's year round. So, like, if people are working, we got to be in the office. So, a half day, I'll take that.
We're a little busy, but I just didn't want to be. I don't know. Did I go Brian Robinson here?
The 22nd
here. I thought I remembered that. Yep.
For all the haters out there, it's actually pretty hard having this 20-second clock.
Yeah, the 20 seconds a little tough. I couldn't say that we could do the 8-hour clock though.
We couldn't
work, but
yeah. So you got to cue people up, and when I'm talking, I'm not queuing people up.
No, and it's hard.
Zay Flowers though, still, so that's okay.
I can see that. Beautiful. Godwin kind of got jumped there a little bit, I believe, right?
Aaron, since we did a draft together, I'm going to snipe you here, but Travis Etienne is not making it past me. I'm just letting you know. The ADP's too nice.
I thought that was risky business, and then it wasn't bad. That might not be a little best ball draft here later in the year. A little shout out to big man Jordan.
Yeah, no, he's
playing a lot of Jaguars, but
yeah. So you're in how many leagues are you in now, Aaron? You do mostly redrafting. You're in a couple dynasties. Like what are we looking at here?
I believe I'm in 3 or 4 redrafts and 3 or 4 dynasties. So I'm either in 6 or 8.
Yeah. I tell my wife I'm in 4. I'm really in 7. So 2 redrafts, and the rest are dynasties. And then I don't count best ball. I don't think you should count that. I think that's kind of a pass. Like that's a,
Yeah. I'm not grinding every Tuesday morning, figure out who I'm going to pick.
Oh yeah. I'm not I don't have alerts, for stuff like that.
So. I'm not a completely degenerate. I mean, I'll look at it 20 times.
Yeah. And, and maybe send a couple trades, send some, slide into the DMs here.
You can always fill out who's involved in the best ball draft with some of these guys.
Yeah. So I don't know. So you are these all money leagues? Are these trophy leagues? Is this just for pride with high school buddies? Like what are we looking at here? Do you want to give anyone in your league a shout out, or do you not let your guys in your league know you listen to the dudes?
Oh, I let them all know. When I'm in one long league with all my high school buddies, Commissioner Jared Wild, CHB officer, ward of the state, as I like to call him. A little shout out there. But would he ride off
my tent if I needed him to? Actually, don't answer that. Don't answer that. Just
we'll talk about that later. All right. We're in like year 16, I think, this year.
Nice.
Absolute blast. I won it for the first time 2 years ago. I lost in the championship to this year to Jared, of course. And it was a tough scene. I ran my mouth for basically 8 weeks, and it was a tough loss. But
you wouldn't do it different. You wouldn't do it different. It was absolutely worth it. Yeah, go down with the ship.
I will. That's a fun league. That's all my high school buddies.
You draft in person?
She won that 2 years in a row with a very
wife.
Yeah, that was your wife go 2 years in a row and you not win. That was a tough look. That was a tough.
Yeah, that's bad. You were doing it for your marriage, though. You were letting her win for your marriage, maybe.
Yes.
Okay. Nice.
It's the small things that count in life.
I don't like,
So that's a money league, but I believe we have a ring. I think is what we have. But the one I want to get is a last place punishment in that league. Can't get the boys to agree on it. You're on the clock.
You just have to get something there. Oh man, I'm up.
We gotta throw something together.
My guy's gone. I'm just gonna reach on Andrews here. He has a different bye week. I did not check that out, but stack him with Lamar.
I kind of want to get Scattaboo for a locker room guy.
That's not a bad. Wait, Aaron, that's your last round pick. Okay, like let me just help you out here.
Ricky
he's actually higher up. These Superflex are just a lot different. Cooper Cup still available. What running back? I only have 2 running backs. I think I have to just go running back here.
I gotta go. See, I had this one, so I don't know if I like it, but it's there.
Am I on the clock here?
Big bone Knicks guy. You're on the clock now. Yeah, see, there's Cup.
I took Tajay Spears just to have the Titans backfield locked down. A little bit of a reach there. I think I'm going J.K. Dobbins with my next pick. We just get something there.
That'd be a good one, yeah, because he's running the Denver backfield.
Yeah, I probably should get. Man, Joe Flacco is the best QB left on the board.
Respect the Browns.
You could just go Shador and Joe Flacco. Maybe something.
Big news out of the Browns camp: Shador being trained by Deshaun Watson couldn't have a higher level of trainer.
Oh no, absolutely not. Here's the other big news: Darren Waller. Yeah, Watson, guys out. Waller
guy.
And here's the thing you have to realize about Darren Waller. Is this a football move? Is this a taxes move? You know what move I think it is? This is a rap career move. More scenes, more, getting up on a picnic table, singing, across from
Miami nightlife.
But this is an absolute rap game. He's trying to get, into the rap scene. I think Miami's the place to do it.
Yeah. Are you really going for your football career if you got 2 as your quarterback? I know that's kind of a shot, but
yeah, Tua at this point needs to wear a mouthpiece when he's driving. He's one hit away, or that guy stubs his. His wife leaves the cabinet open in the bathroom and he walks into it. He's messed up. You know what I'm saying? Like that guy. It's
what a bad Little Giants where he's like the Michelin man out there.
Yeah, my son has one of those helmets on. Okay, my son has one of those helmets. His head's a little misformed right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's so not to make fun of my 8-month-old, but Tua needs something like that.
Yeah,
like that he just walks around with.
Just hurt.
It wouldn't.
It might save his NFL career.
it could save all. Yeah, it could save maybe his life.
Save
I
his
don't
life.
know. Yeah. So Tua. Yeah. So I think this is a wrap move, Aaron. This is
So
just to get the
what's
wrapping.
that offense looking like? You got Tua,
Tyreek,
Tyreek, Darren Waller, and
Waddle,
Waddle.
and Achan.
Yep. Oh, I forgot Achan. Yeah. So basically, they got rid of what they have. Jonnu Smith was their tight end.
Yeah. But here's the
John.
thing. If you played football for the Giants when Waller was there, you might retire too, as much as you like the game. Like that was a dumpster fire.
I don't know if I would have went past training camp. I might have
Like
just tried
I
to hang out with Dayball all day and not wanted to play.
so here's the thing with the Giants. They have, they basically ended Kenny Galladay's career, and I thought they did the same thing to Waller. Like Galladay
Yeah.
was decent for the Lions. He goes to the Giants
Yes.
and just turns into I don't know. And then the other wide receiver they got from Tennessee, that the guy who was all skinny.
Oh yes. Oh man.
I
I can't think of his
Take Trey
name.
Benson here, Aaron.
Oh, that's a good pick. If I get Keon Coleman to fall to me, big guy. That's a lurker out there.
Yeah.
Not that's more of a Josh Allen is the greatest human being to walk the face of the earth right now is who that pick is about.
Exactly. You think he's a top 25 wide receiver, Aaron? That nothing makes Jordan more mad than that.
It's hard to say. He could have a big year. I think he could just kind of explode. He's a big body. I think that's kind of I think that's just a Josh Allen.
I think so too.
If he could just feed him the ball. But I think he was going to be that last year, and it turned into be who's their slot guy?
Mac Hollins.
Yes, Hollins, and then oh man, drawing a brain fart here. Oh, receiver.
Oh no, I know who you're talking about. People are just absolutely furious that we don't know who this is.
We're gonna get. They're gonna get us.
Man, what's that guy's name? He's
he was on my. You got like 3 fantasy teams.
He's a PPR guy.
Yes. Oh,
I'm gonna do this thing. There's this new thing called AI, but I'm gonna Google this Bills wide receivers, Aaron, and then I'll give you one last shot here. One last shot. Yeah, they got Elijah Moore there. Honestly, Elijah Moore might be a little bit of a sleeper there.
Yeah. I think last year, because I drafted Shakir and Coleman, banking on the Josh Allen year that he had, and then Josh Allen, but it turned out to be Shakir. And Keon Coleman didn't really do much. No. Man, we're gonna get lit up in the comments. That's a tough look.
Yeah, guys, let us know what you think in the comments at tffdudes. Give us a like, give us a sub. Yeah, we're here with I don't know. So, Aaron, there's a sick rumor going on right now. Okay, it's an absolute sick rumor. I refuse to believe it. There's a rumor that a guy like yourself, and maybe I have to take this out because it hurts business. Is it true you have a little bit of turf in your backyard?
Oh, I did. Now we got to clarify this. Big grass guy. Love grass, sports, real grass. It's cooler. I'm a big golf guy. So shout out my man Lewis, putting a putting green in. Long story short, couldn't get it done before 4th of July. So
no, that ruins your party.
He hooked me up. Couldn't get it done with the putting green, so now we got a patch of fake grass back there. Nice. Looks very good. But we will get a putting green. Okay, I will be lighting up that putting green like it's prime Tiger Woods, 1999.
99 Tiger. Beautiful. Okay. And other stuff I had here. So you have that. You need a last place trophy.
Yes. Our punishment. Maybe like a toilet seat that you got to wear around your head for like 24 hours on the corner of the street.
So my cousin's doing this in his league. They did neck down waxing last year, or pierce your ear for a month or for a week.
Yeah.
This year they're just saying level 10 full body spray tan, and you have to follow the rules. You can't
wash it off or anything.
Yeah, you can't shower for whatever the time is. You have to do the legit thing. I think that's a good rule. I think you should propose that to your league.
That's not bad.
No, I don't think it is.
That's a pretty good one, because then you could just kind of go and that could get ugly pretty quick.
Oh yeah. And then for reference, like someone said, like we were talking about that, and they're like, well, is like I don't think it's a surprise that Trump probably gets a spray tan. He's not doing a 10.
You sniped me.
Oh yeah. Braylon
Jeez.
Allen in the
All right.
14th. I like
Yeah,
that.
that's a good pickup. But no, back to Trump and the
He's
big,
definitely
beautiful orange tan. It's how do you think he does that? Do you think he goes like 3 times a week?
I don't know. I don't know how often you have to. I honestly, I know the least about tans. You're on the clock also. I don't know anything about spray tans. I might look like a spray tan guy. Jack Betch and Nick Chubb,
Yeah.
Aaron. I don't mind that. No,
Big shout out to Betch. That's a heck of a story. That's my only Raider so far.
Yeah, Dak's
We'll
been
have
my cowboy. I'm
there's a
impressed.
drafting owner, go to Mark Davis
Mhm.
with a haircut. And then if I had to draft a coach, I would draft Gruden. I'd probably give my left arm for that man.
Raider fans just won't forget.
No, I will live and die and hate Goodell to the day I die. It's a big
Same, absolutely same. So, guys, coming on here for, people didn't come on here to talk about spray tans, and I think you should do something with your football team. Like, hey, man, big tight end run, Kyle Pitts in the 15th. You can't hate that.
Maybe that's what I should do. If we go like undefeated, or maybe my quarterback throws for like 300 yards and like 6 TDs, I'll get
level 10 spray tan.
And spray tan. And then, I mean, I'll show up I'll cut off my polo shirt and wear shorts for the game just to shout out the boys. I don't know if the school will like that, but
it's all about motivation. It's all about motivation.
It's all about
I don't know if the parents will like that. I don't know that might get your picture back up at the post office again. What Aaron, the other thing, we're talking about turf, we're talking about grass. Another rumor out there, you mow Lorenzo Neal's lawn. Is that true?
Yeah. Certain extent. Don't mow. Sprinklers come from me. Now, I would offer to mow in a heartbeat.
Okay.
I mean, should be Hall of Famer Lorenzo Neal, but
I can't believe he's not a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, that's a shame. Absolute shame for all of
11 years in a row, blocking for 1,000-yard running backs, and
how many Hall of Fame running backs does he block for that matter?
LP,
but no, great customer, pride of Lemoore, California, baby.
Absolutely pride of Lemoore. My dad once, I met my dad somewhere. I got dropped off. My dad's picking me up. We get in the car. We drive about 15 minutes. It was a place called Dougal McGuire's in Visalia. You ever heard of that?
Yep.
It's closed now. So I tell my dad, I'm like, hey, so how is it? Like whatever. He's like, oh, Trent, you'll never guess who I just had dinner with. I'm like, I have no idea, Dad. He's like, Lupe Sanchez and Lorenzo Neal. I'm like, Lupe Sanchez played for the Steelers till he got replaced by Rod Woodson. And then Lorenzo Neal was like playing in the NFL at this time. I was in 8th grade. I was like, man, that'd have been cool to meet him. He's like, that would have been a great idea. You could have went there and met him, and that'd have been a lot of fun. And so, yeah, I was kind of like, I was right there.
Right
but
in
not,
the alley there.
Yeah, definitely could have went and met Lorenzo Neal. So I don't have the pleasure of how you just mow his lawn and stuff like that. And my dad's closer with Ed than Lorenzo.
That's good, dude.
Ed's his friend. So yeah, tell Ed that I said hi. He'll know who I am.
I'll give him a shout out.
Yeah, my dad wrestled Ed, and my dad wrestled Ed in high school. So they're old nemesis, I guess you'd say.
Shout out Trent's dad.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
I don't know if
people.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Alec Pierce here. He's a good best ball guy as they come. So okay, so you would mow it if you could, though.
Oh, in a heartbeat. Yeah. I might even mow for free just to say you did it.
Yeah.
Nah, that might be real. I don't know. Maybe get a little subtle flex there. Maybe I could put that in my X bio. You think that would work? Probably.
I think you should put it on there regardless whether you do or not. Just put fix Lorenzo Neal's sprinkler. Lorenzo Neal's. You're on the clock. 4, 3, 2. That is something that people wouldn't believe, but probably should.
Dallas. Yeah, I think you gotta. I mean, Can you like highlight that? How would you do that? But that's a big flex though. That's a
I
big
think that's a
flex.
bigger flex than most people have.
Yeah, especially our neck of the woods. I mean, big Lamore guy. Of course, Fresno State alum, big stud
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's huge. He's up there
Yeah.
with Fireball's a little stretch of the way, but I mean, we're out on the Central Valley. We'll claim Josh Allen till the
We'll
day we
claim
die.
Josh Allen. Yeah. Josh Allen. Then you have who else is here? Jordan Love is also from the Valley. Derek Carr. You know,
Yeah,
we got some players here.
that's my Raiders man. That is a man go down in Raiders history.
Yeah. What's your thought on Derek Carr? You know, never won a playoff game. Fresno
Yeah, he
State
had a
legend.
heck of a year until the broken ankle when they were 3 losses, MVP caliber year. We won't talk about the playoff loss to the Bengals with the phantom whistle.
That definitely happened. Jordan like tried to deny that the phantom whistle didn't happen. I'm like, no, that absolutely
Never
happened.
surprised. Yeah, guaranteed. Let the Bengals kind of go on their run. Was coming back up. You had Devontae there, Gruden in that offense, but I think his first like 9 years, he had 8 offense coordinators.
Yeah,
But
well,
man,
then the year that they lost the Bengals, it was like Henry Ruggs, John
yeah,
Gruden. It was
yeah.
just complete.
Everything kind of was kind of losing it there. And then you had the Josh McDaniels fiasco. And that basically just broke everything up. I mean, Devontae
Yeah.
leaves. Derek goes off to New Orleans. Not the greatest fit, I don't think. I mean,
You-
Dennis Allen was the head coach, so that's just
do you think he comes back?
that I don't know. He seems to be enjoying retirement. Big golf
Yeah.
guy looks like so. And then the shoulder thing. I don't know if he doesn't want to do rehab. They claim it's something like
Keenan Allen off the board.
yeah,
Pikachu got him. Shoot,
that's a
that's what I was
late
going for.
snipe. But he's got
Uh,
the shoulder thing. I don't know. It's hard to say.
so
He's
Raider
not
fan,
short on money, so I didn't really.
yeah, Raider fans are kind of like Cowboy fans. Like, they either love Derek Carr or hate him. It's a really
Yes.
weird.
Yeah, it's
There's
kind
not
of
a
a
lot of
love-hate relationship. I wouldn't put a lot of the Raiders failure on him. I mean, he did everything he could for everything they had, and yeah, I think it was just cool to see him go to the Raiders team you loved your whole life, and then watch. I mean, we were basically all the same age as him, so we got to watch him at Fresno State. Him and Devontae just, I mean, talk about two All-Americans that just dominated the Mountain West.
So yeah, I always went down. I was saying I thought David Carr was better at Fresno State. Are you in the
Yes,
same boat as that?
I would agree to that. Yeah,
I don't know if
I
that's
think
my
especially
childhood.
I think the
Be-
run he had was probably more
Beat
dominant.
way better teams.
Yes,
I was at my first football game. Fresno State was Oregon
you're on the
State, and
clock,
Sports
brother.
Illustrated ranked them number 1 in the nation, and we tore down the field goal post.
Yep.
That was amazing. That, and so like since then, maybe it's the worst thing that ever happened to me going that game, because now it's like that's my team. Maybe it'd been better if I just wouldn't win. I don't know, but that was pretty awesome.
They've went through a stretch of some guys now. I was hoping the NIL, that was kind of the thing with Tedford. You were going to kind of be a QB merchant with him being a QB guru, but
I love the term merchant, and I don't use it enough, Aaron. Like you have dropped merchant a few times. I did call Patrick Mahomes a screen merchant a few weeks ago, and
yep.
people came after me on that. But
Well, unfortunately, some of the viewers are going to miss my name drop of Mahomes being an Andy Reid merchant. So we're going to throw that out there.
yes. So I saw something where like Mahomes is way better his NFL career, like his first 6 years versus Manning's first 6 years versus Brady's first 6 years. And Brady had a good coach, so I'm not going to say that, but
Yep.
Manning's was Manning's coach. He ended up getting Dungy. I don't know. Manning was on some
think he
really
started
rough teams those first
Yeah.
couple of years.
Didn't he throw like one of the most picks ever, like his first year in the NFL?
Something like that. So Mahomes definitely, for offensive coaches, hands down has the best coach out of all those guys.
Yes. Most definitely.
I would love to see, like, did Andy Reid, like, is he the only reason Donovan McNabb was good? Like, I thought McNabb was like an elite quarterback as a kid, but then it's like, he went to the Redskins and was horrible.
He couldn't do nothing.
He couldn't do anything, but that could just be part of the thing of like how the Redskins, free agency acquisitions are always terrible. We'll see if this, ends with the name change, but I don't know. And they have Jaden Daniels now, so that's a whole lot different.
They're going to be man, they turn that thing around. I respect the Redskins. I respect the Redskins name. They'll always be the Redskins.
Yeah, no, it's
But
yeah, it's
they're going to
hard
be.
to.
How
They're
good do you
changing the
think?
jerseys back a little bit. They're putting the
I
arrows
see
back on.
that.
It looks like.
Yeah. And then they're talking about maybe getting the stickers back, possibly. That's going to be an interesting fit. But how do you think they do this year? Because now they're going to play a tougher schedule.
NFC East goes through Dallas, Aaron. Everyone knows that. This is our year.
Is that why you picked Dak first overall? Eagles, does Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, maybe just don't play football this year?
Yeah. No, it's I'm going with my last pick here. Like, do I take Joe Milton in case Dak gets hurt again? Or do I take like Jameis Winston just in case?
Oh, don't tease my glue guy.
That might be the, that might be my locker room guy. Like
I
a little bit
mean,
of
what's going to
motivation.
happen
If he ends up playing, that could win you this thing. You know what I'm saying?
I will guarantee you, if Jameis Winston touches a football field, at one point in the year, if he touches the football field, he would be the number one quarterback for that week.
At some point, yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
He will throw for 450 yards, 5 touchdowns, and probably 6 interceptions.
I'll take it. I will absolutely take it.
The funnest man to touch the football field.
I honestly, though, like I kind of want him like in a I don't know if like a Barstool personality, like to do a deal with Gruden or something. Like I wouldn't mind him just making content.
What do you think he could probably jump right into the Gruden thing, right?
I would think so. I don't know how he doesn't. You got your last pick here. So I would think he could. So a little different doing the best ball thing here, Aaron. I've never.
We were I kind of started off the rails there for a little bit.
Yeah, and then
Jamar Chase is going to have hopefully the year of a lifetime.
Hope so. I sure hope so for you, man. So no, I think it's always fun doing that stuff. Is there anything else, like any guys you want to shout out to here? You know, were you being serious about the short shorts and the spray tan? Like,
I would shout out the boys for that. I'll shout out my QB Daniel. Okay. I'm gonna say if he throws for 4 touchdowns, 300 yards, I'll give him a low number.
That's a low number, Aaron.
In 8-man football, that's a low number. So I might have to raise that up. Go 5. No, let's go 6 all-purpose touchdowns. He's a runner.
Okay.
6 all-purpose touchdowns, 400 all-purpose yards.
But he has to listen. He has to listen to this to know this even happens, right?
Oh, there's a King's Christian 8-man football team. The boys, they're about it. Okay. They're about the dudes.
Okay.
If not, then they're going to get.
Should I give him?
They're
some
lucky this week. They're on.
I should.
Oh yeah, I might have to put them all over their cars.
No. I just maybe I'll put them all.
You think we could get the dudes to sponsor the football team?
Maybe a small amount of sponsor. We are.
I'll throw one right on the
kind of I don't know if we're like a nonprofit or what it is exactly what we are, but yeah, maybe something, of something like, do you sell like tri-tip dinners or something? Like I'm more
government question, nonprofit. I mean, this is, we do. Yeah, we do a tri-tip dinner. That's usually like right when we start school.
Yeah. So definitely
tri-tip guy. Delicious.
Definitely hit me up for that stuff for sure. So yeah, but all right, Aaron. Well,
yeah, we got a guy.
Have some of those guys.
Like 350 tri-tips.
That's beautiful. So, anyways, well, Aaron, it's always fun. We'll have to do this again sometime. Thanks for always listening to the dudes, guys. Remember, if you like this, don't be rude. Share the dudes. Help us out. You don't want no more shout outs. You want to say something like about your boss or something?
Yeah, he's tough scene. If anybody knows, boss, low key. Shout him out every once in a while. Grumpy Goose.
All right. Thanks, guys. We will see you next time, guys. And as always, take care. Grumpy Goose. What?
Just trying not to say anything, just completely terrible.